Crew chief for Austin Dillon, Danny Stockman, said, "I feel like we can do it." They certainly did it tonight. Austin Dillon, the winner for the first time this season in the Nationwide Series by leading 192 laps. You know what that means? He didn't lead 8. I'd say that's a pretty dominant performance for Austin Dillon.
Pretty strong, yeah. And realistically, throughout the race, as we watched it unfold, the only guy that I thought that really had something for him was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He was very, very fast throughout the race. That pit stop, though, and I know we heard Ricky talking about the adjustments on the car. He's upset that they didn't adjust the way he wanted to give him the car he needed at the end of the race. But that mistake where he got wedged in and the crewman hurt his leg, the jackman hurt his leg, that put him so far behind. And Austin was so dominant, he was never going to catch him.
What was interesting is it wasn't just Stenhouse that made a mistake in pit road. We saw Brad Keselowski have a pit stop issue on lap 24. True. It dropped him back, and neither one of them were able to really make a run at the front.
No, they couldn't catch Austin Dillon, no doubt about it. It was his night.
It was.
And I tell you, he didn't get lucky a bit either. I mean, a lot of guys get their first win, and they just kind of luck into it, fuel mileage, something like that. But this kid dominated throughout the night. And I guess one thing, as I was watching him, it's amazing how much confidence it's built in him right now. Yeah. How he really feels like he's arrived. He's a race car driver. He's won the truck championship. He's won his first nationwide race at a track that's really tough to drive, real bumpy out there, real hard to get a handle on. And he did that by working together with his team. So his team has got a great combination. Yeah. They're working together, and they understand how to get that car handling.
Well, and what you really like about this young man is he's very humble. He works very hard. When he first came into the series this year, everyone was like, well, he's going to have the best of everything. It's going to be given to him. Well, he may have the best of everything, but you've got to drive that thing. You have to have some talent to do what he did tonight. Austin Dillon has a newfound respect throughout that garage area after tonight. I'll guarantee you that.
You know who else is a very happy man right now? Mike Dillon, Austin's dad, who's standing by with Dave Burns.
Hey, he's about the only one we haven't caught up with yet, Nicole. So, Mike, you always want to do better by your kids than you were able to do for yourself. You never won in this series, and now Austin has. What's the feeling for you like?
Oh, it's just incredible. You know, to come into this series and to win this quickly, I knew they were going to run good, but I didn't think they would get a win this quick. So very excited. I'm real excited for Johnny Morris and Bash Pro Shops, Advocare and all the people in the car, and just the whole team. That nationwide shop we have right now is incredible. Those guys work together. All 3 of our cars are good every week. We have a shot to win a race every week, so it's a lot of fun.
Smiling and having fun down here in Victory Lane for Dad Mike Dillon tonight, guys.
Thanks. The Motorsports Weekend continues on the ESPN family of networks with the O'Reilly Auto Parts Route 66 NHRA Nationals. Qualifying is 6 o'clock Eastern tomorrow on ESPN2 with the finals Sunday at 6 Eastern, also on ESPN2. And then next week, it's the Subway Jalapeno 250 at Daytona, 7 o'clock Eastern. Please join us on ESPN. That is on Friday. Austin Dillon, the winner tonight, a far cry from his teammate and the gentleman who was the points leader coming into the night, Elliott Sadler, who finished 9th. Do you see this night as a momentum shift within the RCR organization?
I absolutely do. Whenever you can win, you got momentum, and they're going into the right race too. Daytona night race, that is an incredible race down there next week, Brad. And that 3-car, I've seen that thing in Victory Lane so many times, Nicole and Brad, down at Daytona. And I know Mr. Childress, and he builds some big-time horsepower, and that's what it's going to take next week, a great handling car, a good drafting car. And going to the next Daytona, next week, they've got the momentum to get it done.
Well, absolutely. And as we come into this season, we're looking at Ricky Stenhouse Jr. As we go to the 1.5 miles, we've got a bunch of them coming up. His name has always been synonymous with winning. But like you pointed out earlier, I think not having that sister car has hurt that program, and they're really struggling. Elliott is really struggling. Hey, we got the Truck Series champion. He wins tonight. Could he be on the verge of winning a Nationwide Series championship and then moving on?
If he continues to perform like he did tonight, then why not?
He looked unbelievable.
I saw a lot of maturity out of Kurt Busch tonight.
Yeah, he did. Kurt did a good job.
Last week, he was very mature out there. Really drove that car good in that Cup race. And tonight, he drove that number 54 monster car really good tonight.
He did. He did a good job.
And really impressive week. I saw a lot of cool guys getting it done out here.
So the last time we saw the 3-car in Victory Lane, it was Daytona in July. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was the driver tonight. It's in Victory Lane because of the young Austin Dillon, the grandson of Richard Childress and the new points leader in the Nationwide Series. Coming up next, Friday Night Fights presented by Corona Extra. Congratulations once again to our winner, Austin Dillon. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. We'll see you next Friday.